Hello, everyone. Have you ever had the experience where you're just going about your life watching like something you never watched before and it just unlocks a memory that you forgot you had? That's what just happened to me. So I was just watching a YouTuber video of someone who's going over his past artwork. And I'm going to link it down below so you can watch it for yourself. But there's this one part where he starts talking about the band that he was a part of, and he started making this logo for his band. And I was never part of any band growing up, but for some reason it unlocked this particular memory for me. So it's like one of those memories. It's like, I can't believe that happened. It's like, what even prompted this? So when I was like from 16 to 21, I worked at a Boy Scout camp. I spent my summers working at a Boy Scout camp. So most of the time, like when you worked at the Boy Scout camp, you had one night off a week where you could leave the camp, you can go out into the normal world and spend the money that you are earning just like cutting loose and being a teenager, essentially. And one of the places they would take us to was the mall. So the mall had like different types of stores. And like obviously we would stop by the music store. I think it was like FYE. I think that stands for like for your entertainment, something like that. And that's where I got a lot of my CD collection from. So like my CD collection is largely derived from three sources. Stuff my dad has given me, stuff I've outright stolen from dad, and stuff that I bought for myself. So like that's where I got like a lot of my like early Taylor Swift stuff, and I got a lot of my early Katy Perry stuff. And like I expanded on the classic rock stuff. Like that's where I got my Queen CDs from. That's where I got my Led Zeppelin CD from. Anyway, one time when I want to say about 18, I was in this music store and they had the sale. You could get any CDs from this particular section for 25 cents. And I bought 4 CDs that day from that section. And I was like, well, let's broaden my horizons. Let's get music from things I don't know very well. Which is how I ended up with Ultra Spank. This is a metal CD. I'm not really a fan of metal. I mean, classic rock is about as hard as I go. And at the to give you a clear snapshot into my mindset at this time, my favorite artist was Paul Simon. It's like I like Simon and Garfunkel. Like a large part of what I listened to was Simon and Garfunkel and the Beatles. So, and my reasoning at the time was like, if this ends up being a waste of money, then I only spent 25 cents on it, and that's not a lot of money to waste. I could easily just find that walking down the street. So, I remember like listening through it once and not liking it for several reasons. One is, I'm not terribly fond of music that I can't really understand the words to, and metal has a habit of like having a lot of screamo words to it, which this I vaguely remember followed that. So it's like, especially a lot of my music appreciation at the time depended on whether I could understand the words, and Google was my friend in looking up lyrics. And the other thing was This was a little bit more sexually explicit than I was prepared to accept at the time. To also give you a snapshot into my mindset, this was the point in my life where I refused to swear. So, having a song that has a near profanity as the title it's not something I would think twice about now, but having a song called Suck would be like, okay. So, I mean, these titles, like, looking back, I mean, they just barely cross the line into sexual innuendo. I mean, there's No Man, My Hands Are Dirty. Okay. 5. Butter, slip, suck, wrapped, perfect, sponge, fired, worn, burnt, better luck next time. That's the entire album. So, I mean, it's been at least a decade since I've gotten this CD into my possession. And I'm wondering, like, what happens if I listen to it again, right? What, like, will I have a better appreciation for it? Would I still hate it? And of course, I mean, since this is filming it for my YouTube channel, what will this inspire me to make? Let's get the investment back on those 25 cents, huh? Let's not just have this be a waste of molecules. And if I still hate it, well, then there's goodwill. So, this was apparently made in 1998. That would have been when I was 5. So, yeah, we're going to use the random number generator on my phone. My hands are so sweaty. The Touch ID doesn't work. Ah. This is what I hate about the Touch ID. Like, chances are, like, I'm going to, like, honestly, like, you would think the Touch ID would be such a perfect thing, but I actually kind of like it better when I had to put the passcode in each time, because then, like, I could just use either hand to open it up. But also, like, the Touch ID only works half the time because if your hand's sweaty, it doesn't work. All right, so we got 12 songs here. We're going to generate what song? We're going to listen to Butter. We're going to listen to song number 3. Okay. We're going to get back to you once I listen to song number 3 and come up with the verdict. Okay, so I just listened to the song, and to be honest, it wasn't a very good song. It's not making any awards for, like, complexity or like being interesting to listen to, but I mean, it was a bit chaotic, like, musically, but it had, like, if I could just get rid of a lot of that, like, buffery noise, like the buzzing noise, there was, like, a cool beat that was, like, going underneath the actual song. I feel like if you could, like, strip away, like, a couple of the layers, you could actually have, like, a base of a good rock song. And I didn't understand any of the words. All I heard was down again, down again. So I had to look up the lyrics, because while there is, like, a little pamphlet in the book, the pamphlet doesn't include the lyrics, which honestly is usually my preferred way of understanding the lyrics, is seeing, like, what does the artist say that it is. But according to Google, it's pull me from the toaster straight into the roaster, fill my head with the stuff brightest dreams are made of, bringing me down again. And there's duh. It's like promising the big guns reward when the light comes, screaming from the damage done. So I guess this person's the toast. Bringing me down again. Then there's, like, butter me up, butter me up. Batter me up like I know you will. Cover it up like I know you will. Okay. It's definitely like a double meaning. Like, they're using like the analogy of like a toaster and butter to get their point across of being in a bad mental place. They go into a Yoda bit with be good for it, you never will. Yeah, so you think you got all the best, thought I was like all the rest, reaping from the damage done? Okay, I mean, clearly this person's not in a great state of mind. They're doing something here. What it sounds like is they got betrayed by somebody. And they're saying the person's covering up the damage that was actually done with just some butter. Which, before I looked up the lyrics, with a title like Ultra Spank, you would think butter would be a song about like using butter as lube. What the hell am I gonna make from this? Like, all I can really see is like a stick of butter being stuffed into like a toaster. But not like a clean stick of butter. Like, I have plenty of yellow left over, but this feels too bright and shiny for this song, especially when the cover of the album is this navy blue. I mean, sure, that works, but this does not fit the vibe at all. I feel like in order for it to hit the vibe, you would have to burn it. Or grease it up. Grease it up might be the safer way to pull this off. But grease it up with what? Ooh. Okay. I'm not going to say it here because I want it to be a surprise, because it's going to be a really, really stupid idea. But you're not expecting this. Let me promise you, you're not expecting this. All right, we're in the kitchen. I have my terrible piece of butter, which I didn't put too much effort into because I plan on destroying it. And I figured this would be the time to say that even though I'm in my lovely abode, don't try this at home. I'm being stupid, so you don't have to. I'm gonna switch up the camera setup so the performance will be better viewed. And see you in a bit. And now we wait. I'm I'm doing this right by the vent, so in case it smells bad or if it burns, I'll be able to just pull that open. And also I have water nearby, so if I have to stop the fire, I can. Ooh, it's starting to crackle a bit now. And I can also just get like a glass thing over there. Probably should wash this pan afterwards too. Ooh, yes, sizzling. Yeah. We're just gonna let it like maybe burn a little bit. I don't typically let things burn, but alright, let's flip it over. Ooh. It's like the forbidden fruit there. Oh, it's starting to brown on me. That's good. All right. Oop. Congratulations. You probably sat through the only YouTube video that has someone frying yarn. So here's the yarn. It honestly did not smell as bad as I was expecting it to smell. I was expecting it to smell like burnt plastic or whatnot, but I guess the butter like coated it up. It got buttered up, you know? Like, look at that. It's like greased beyond compare. Like, this is totally flammable. Like, I set it on fire, it's going explode in a blaze of glory, you know? Yeah. Taste not so great. Yeah. I wouldn't, it's still not food. Just because I fried it in the frying pan doesn't mean that's food. But I mean, the yarn smells kind of singed, but it's not that strong of a smell. And I guess I could probably like pull it. Yeah, I could pull it in the other direction, but the way I was pressing it on the frying pan, it kind of got creased in there. Anyway, that was today's entertainment. Have a nice day.